we are just so grateful to have all the manufacturers represented here today. We have 5 homes out back, and I really want to urge you to visit those homes and see the new product and the community series that these gentlemen are going to be showing these homes today. So with us today, first we have Brian Rowland from Show Homes. Next we have Tom Green from Fleetwood Homes, and then Barry Burrell from Legacy Homes, and finally we have Jeff Hood from River Birch. So we'll start with some general comments from each of them, and for just a few minutes, and then we'll open it for questions and answers from the audience. So we'll just have a few minutes comments from each of the manufacturers, and then we'll open it for questions and answers. So first, we'll start with Brian, with Show Homes.
Like Mr. Love said, my name is Brian Rowland. I'm the Market Development Manager for Short Rockwell. Just a little bit about our facility. We offer like high-end residential drywall in our homes. We offer anything from 650 square foot to 1,200 square foot on single wides. Double wides, we offer anything from 1,100 square foot to 2,400 square foot. The panel that was up here earlier were talking about some key things that they put into houses for future resale value or even service value. A lot of that stuff we put in our homes standard. Like I said, the residential drywall, the one-piece tub, showers, china sinks, OSB wrap, OSB tongue roof floors, vinyl siding. It adds value to your house, along with a couple other things. Somebody said the Energy Star was very popular. We're actually one of the top Energy Star facilities in the country, if not the #1. We do a lot of business with the Yes Communities, Essentia, some of the top name communities in the country. We do business with them. We're here to help you guys out, and I think we can do a very good job, building your parks.
All right, next we're going to have Jeff Hood with, the next person we're going to have Tom Green with Fleetwood. They have 2 homes here, so tell us about what you've got out there.
Well, we brought a single wide and a double wide to display a good bit of the options, but certainly we can invite you to come out and see our homes, and we can discuss what might be specific or beneficial for your community. We've got a pretty strong comfort level with the community series homes. It's a significant percentage of what we build out of our facility. Stretching out across 13 states, we map out, based on everyone's introductions today, we map out to where a lot of your communities are. So we're excited to be here. I want to make mention that hearing how many community owners that are here that are excited to grow their involvement, new interested parties wanting to become a community owner. It's exciting to hear that so many of you have come to share, to listen, to learn, and we're happy to be a part of that. So look forward to seeing you out at the houses and talking to you about what we can do to help you out.
All right, next, Barry Burrell with Legacy.
This is about the 4th or 5th year that I've been here, and I think I've been maybe with 3 companies, but I was with Jeff last year with River Birch, and then as most of you I think know, Legacy purchased the Horton Homes facility in Eatonton, Georgia, so we're now a Georgia manufacturer, very happy to be there. Legacy does about 30% of all their business into communities. We have 2 plants in Texas, one in Dallas-Fort Worth, one in Commerce, Texas, and now, of course, in Eatonton. We opened up in about December the 15th of last year. We're certified about January the 15th. And for the Georgia plant right now, we're actually running about 37% for communities. And Legacy has been a long-term company that was committed to the community business. The two owners, Kenny Shipley, Kurt Hudgins, Kurt will be here later today, started out buying and selling Ricos, just like a lot of you guys have filled your parks with. And so they knew the need for the product, and that product has developed over the last 12 years. If you haven't seen our houses, I would just encourage you to come look at it. We have a 16 by 80. Our motto is we're taller, we're wider, and we're better. And when you come see the houses, I think you'll know why. Our house is from inside wall to inside wall. 16-foot house is a 15-foot interior. And so how about if you encourage you to come look at it? We have special financing, and Kurt's going to talk about that today. Anything you buy here at the show, you'll get 5% down for your park purchases.
All right, our fourth manufacturer will be Jeff Hood from River Birch Homes.
Good morning. My name is Jeff Wood with River Birch. Kind of Barry, that's tomorrow about our fourth time to be at Seco. And let me just say, from 4 years ago, this event has grown and grown. Because I can remember the first time down at Smirnoff, you know, it was just a small event, and now we've grown and looking out in the display. I think our Seco team's done a great job of cultivating us as manufacturers and looking out there at the other vendors. The first time I came to this event, we didn't have any finance people, hardly. I don't recall any. But our Seco team, hats off to them. They have grown this to the room this size. I mean, I just want to say thank you. It's a great thing I think y'all done. As far as our product, I brought a 14 by 70, 2-bedroom, 2-bath out here. I built a 1456 up to a 3280. Built 16 wides. We've listened. So the first time I came to this event, we just bought a regular retailer type house. Didn't really focus on the community aspect. But I think us and these other guys up here, we realized that, hey, we can grow this community business, and we listen to you guys. Say, hey, we want fiberglass tubs and showers. We want whole house cutoffs. The items that we've listened from response from you, hey, this is what we want. So yeah, we developed a community series just like the other guys up here. It's grown. Last year, I think I built maybe 200 something houses. Just went to different communities throughout the Southeast. So, anyway, if you don't buy a house from me, if anybody up here can fill your need, hey, give us a shot, because hey, we're here trying to help y'all. Thank you.
Thank you. I have a couple of questions for the panel before we'll turn it out for the audience. But we talked a lot in that morning session about the community series homes. Can each of you just give us, you just mentioned a couple of things, the fiberglass tubs and some other things, but what else is different about a community series home and the normal home you sell to retailers? Can any of you comment on that?
Well, fiberglass tub, showers, we do that. This particular home has roll goods throughout, or window throughout. And that was the thing I noticed we got feedback from some morning. Whole house shut off, one valve inside the house, you can cut all the water off. That's the feature that I'm sure everybody has got that in the house out here. And actually, we have begun, my street retailers say, hey, I'm going to run some of these houses, well, put me one. So it's evolved into something my street retailers actually will buy some of my community series houses. So it's thermopane windows, I didn't mention that's something that we put in. And I'm sure these other guys have also got some of the same or more features.
As far as our facility, I think that one thing that sets us apart from other manufacturers is we offer the residential sheetrock. Putting that into your park will relieve your service and resale value later on down the road. I mean, if that gets damaged, you go try to find a wallboard to replace it or something like that, it's going to cost you a little bit more money. Whereas our facility, we put the sheetrock in and you just patch it and you're good to go. You come over it, and like the other guys, we offer, thermopane windows, fiberglass tubs, china sinks. We, as our facility, we put a lot of stuff into our houses for you guys to help you guys later out down the road. We can stretch it, shrink it. We hit the parts needs easily.
I would just say, just a couple of things. It all comes down to dollars. okay? And when you compare our house for the values that we have built in it, probably about 75% of the house, the legacy house, is standard. Is the way that the community owners buy it. Jeff mentioned he had roll goods throughout. We used the 18 by 18 inch square tiles, standard throughout, because you know, if we found over the years that if somebody moves a refrigerator or a stove, they nick that roll goods and it has to be replaced. And in that room, you can just easily remove our square tiles in one area. We did one-piece countertop. They have a rolled edge countertop on the back, so you don't have the water leaking in behind the countertop. We have vinyl wrapped cabinets. We have a 412 roof pitch. Some of you have to have a 412 roof pitch. And our single wides are all 412, a true 412 roof pitch. We're cathedral throughout. Looks big, roomy. Of course, your insulation, all that's available. But I just encourage you to come and see. We specialize in the community.
Bob, I was just going to mention, you know, we know the needs of each community can be different or specific to their customer or their market. What our community relationships typically enjoy is building a package of options or built-ins to their house specific to their needs and their budget. We're a really broad spectrum factory in the sense that we build entry-level products and we build high-end products. So we can typically provide whatever they might need or want in the home to get them just the right product.
Very good. In the morning session, somebody brought up the question about warranties. Now, I believe that you're all offering a 1-year warranty, pretty much standard required. Have you ever considered offering longer warranties? Would that be anything in the horizon to be considered by your companies?
Legacy has an extended warranty.
Okay.
At this point, there's a lot of hoops you got to jump through, quite frankly. Obviously, it needs to be refined, and hopefully that can be over the next 6 months, but we do have an extended warranty for our community.
How long does that go for, extended warranty?
You can extend it to, I think it's 2 years. We've just done it.
All right. If somebody was going to order a home, how long normally does it take to get it delivered to your community? Right now, for example, if we ordered one from this show, how long would it take for your company to have that home delivered to our community?
As far as the Clayton Manufacturing Group, I would say anywhere from, there's some facilities out there that has a 2 to 3 week backlog out there. There are some facilities that have a 4 to 6 week backlog out there. So it just really depends on the facility. Us, is around 4 to 6, something like that.
I'd say we're probably looking at a 6-week time frame once we got someone set up to get them in initial stock. Okay.
Well, I would say 4 to 6 weeks, but truthfully, it could be longer than that because we do a lot of custom building for the community owners. If you have a floor plan that you particularly are looking for, then we have people in engineering that could extend it. But as a general rule, 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, right now, we're about the same. We're about 6 weeks out on production. If you buy a standard type house, and if you buy something, we got to do some engineering, which would delay that. So, and that's, guys, that's a moving thing, is our street retouch, and I'm gonna say the other guys up here, our backlog, it kind of does like this. It may be 4 or 6 weeks, and it may go to 7. It may drop down to 2. You may ask us that in 90 days, and, we can get your house in 2 weeks. So it's kind of a fluid situation, okay?
What options are you seeing most people ask for in these community series homes? Somebody mentioned the cabinets being along the hallway and different things. What have you seen any particular requests that you're getting in these community series homes from a lot of the owners?
The durable, your fiberglass tubs, porcelain sinks, hardwood cabinet doors, hardwood cabinet face frames. Those are areas that typically dollars point to first.
I would say energy efficiency, overhead ducts, for us, $395, you can put overhead fiberglass ducting in any of our single wides. So that upgrade insulation. We do medicine cabinets and drawer banks in every bathroom. We don't build a house that we don't do that. So the durability and we like to say livability. We try to make the house as livable as it can be.
All right. When you deliver a home to a park, or a community, I should say, where do you put that and leave that home? I mean, it's basically, we have to, I know in my experience, we've had to set the home on the lot ourselves. Is there any exception to that, or is it always just dropped at the park?
I think it's a community, goodbye community basis. Some of our over-the-road toters that all we use can't fit in some of the communities because of the length of them. They tear up the curbs, mailboxes, so we just have to get with each one of you guys to work out that situation. Hey, will this toter fit? Or, my trucking company, a couple of them's got a few shorter trucks, so that's just something we have to work through on an individual park-by-park basis. So, that's communicated.
That's the way it is. Our facility is all, well, some trucks are really big, some are small, so it really depends on the community where they drop the house into.
Okay. Are there any other differences that dealing with a community owner versus a street retailer as far as your transaction is concerned, or the home is concerned, or anything else in the transaction? Anything else different?
Yeah, for me, for those of you that know me, I think it's a one-on-one situation with the community owners. I can't do you a very good job if I haven't been to your community and looked at your lot, your park, your community, and see how it works. And I know that Legacy takes pride on their sales reps going and visiting the communities. I know that sometimes that's not possible, but for me to be able to really help you making a large financial decision, I think the sales rep should see your facility.
Yeah, I agree. And one-on-one with the community is the way I see it versus our street retailers. For a street retailer, it's a one with a team of about 5 or 6. So one-on-one with the community.
All right, are there some questions from the audience out there? Yes, sir.
One of the things that people are looking for is proximity to the factory. What do you guys see in for cost reasons? What's a typical transportation cost per mile that you're seeing out there right now for your homes?
As far as cost per mile or just in general?
Transportation costs typical. I'm just trying to figure out if you got one of you guys is 200 miles closer. What does that mean for me as a buyer of a home?
Well, I mean, that's based on proximity. I mean, you can save a couple $100, closer to you. I mean, freight could range anywhere from, $750 to $1,000, depending on where you look at it, closer to the plant to, $3,000 or $4,000 if you buy something further from the plant, if you're located further from the plant.
I would just say, figure $6 a mile. I mean, if you figure $6 a mile, and I use that figure just as a rule of thumb, but if you use that and you're pulling a 16 wide, you've got to run an escort with that house all the way. So we at Legacy, every home that we bid for communities, we shop that price with 3 different trucking companies. And if I can use a local trucking company, I'll use them. We're not in the freight business. And I wouldn't say anybody at this table is in the freight business. The guys, as business picks up, these Jeff's told me this for over a year, we do not have enough people in our industry in trucking. And we did have. But they couldn't make it when the times got tough, and a lot of them went away. So, that's an ongoing battle that we face every day, every sale, every contract that we do. And I'd say around the figure would be $6 a mile. And we're in Georgia.
All right, before we go further with other questions, we're going to open the voting poll now so that you can rate this session, A, B, C, D, or E or F or whatever. So get your votes in there now. Do we have another question over here?
I have a question, yes. Have your backlogs, or is any of that dependent upon any FEMA orders that you've been getting from the latest storms, or your plant's not involved in the FEMA productions?
Right now, we built 41 about a month ago. I think I'm gonna build about 30 over in December. So, it's really not a huge, we run 7 floors a day, so we'll be able to spit those out pretty quick. So it's not a huge, like 4 or 5 day production on that particular next run, so,
I would just say that, yes, we are expecting some FEMA units as the need arises. But for those of you that made the tour, our facility is 4 football fields all on the roof. I've got plenty of availability of space to build homes. I don't see the FEMA's affecting our backlog at all.
Any other comments on that? Yes, is there another question here?
As a one-part owner to buy mobile homes, do I have to one, or do I have to buy them in multiples?
Now, from our facility, you can buy one. I mean, Spencer started out with one, Bob's bought one, so you can start out with one, and we hope to grow from there.
that's also one, we start with one and grow from there.
Comment on it? One?
I was just gonna say, if it starts with one, hopefully we would think you'd buy more.
We would ask you to buy 2. The reason that we would, if I'll ask for 2, you may end up with 1. But honestly, because of the way the freight is, I can actually give you a better rate by pulling 2, and I can tow a truck back. And that does help you on your individual prices. And if I do the finance program, it's a little bit, we have a little bit different program for that too. We can spread them out.
Yes, sir. Question over here.
In my county, the county government has come on and kind of declared war on mobile homes. If you move them or bring them into the county, do y'all make anything with a 512 pitch roof? Because what they come back with is every time you come in the bar to a 512 pitch roof, 1,100 square feet.
Yeah, we offer 512 pitch roofs.
If you actually come out to the display today, our house has a 512 roof pitch on it today.
Any other questions from the audience? We've got all this brain power out here, so.
I got another for Gary. Gary, you mentioned the ducts being in the ceiling. What's the advantage of paying the extra $400 for the ceiling?
I tell you, there's several, but Jeff gave me a hard time because I used to work for him. But truthfully, guys, from an air conditioning standpoint, having it in the ceiling is a big advantage. But more important than that, if you've been in the community business very long and you've had to refurb any homes, one of the worst places for trash and clutter and problems is in the floor bins. They break, the condensation will rust them through, you'll get animals, you'll get absolutely, you'll get a lot of stuff in there, and it's so much cleaner. But again, typically, because you're putting it in the roof, it is in that insulation. We use a 1-inch thick fiberglass duct, so it's a much more energy efficient. It's cleaner, and it's a whole lot less service on you guys.
The other thing for your home buyer or your tenant, if you get the floor ducts up in the ceiling, it gives them a lot more flexibility with furniture placement, so it can make the area more user-friendly.
Yes, sir. Question?
One of the things we see in the kitchen is that the house doesn't come with a microwave in it. Obviously, people are going to get one. And they plug in a microwave, a coffee pot, one of those little cooktop things, it blows out everything. Is there a way, when you order a house, do you order 2 or 3 circuits for that? Or how do you handle that?
With Legacy, we do our microwaves in the kitchen, they're built in, okay? So that takes care of part of it. But you're also using a 200 amp electric panel now, okay? And so the wiring is totally different than, say, some of your used, but in the past, some of the older houses, you had that problem, but I don't think now with downfall breakers and all that we have, I don't think that's a problem.
And also, you can get a dedicated breaker for an outlet too, if you wanted to provide that. You could separate it, not pull the second amperage.
Yes, sir.
At George's meeting in Nashville a couple months ago, one of the manufacturers commented on the fact that they offer an extended warranty. And one of the guys actually in the community business with a bunch of homes primarily on a rental program was participating in that program, was buying from that manufacturer. And he commented on what a great program it was, especially with houses either being rented or leased. And I think that extended warranty ran for 3 years or maybe even 4 or 5. And since then, we've asked other manufacturers about extended warranties, and apparently that, as far as I can tell, there's only one who's doing it. So I know you guys, at least I assume you're not offering warranties beyond the 1 year period, but I would just like to say that from a community owner's point of view, who is leasing houses on a lease option basis, we find that those homeowners love the fact that there's nothing that they have to worry about with that house for that first year. And if we could extend that for 3 years, 4 years, or 5 years, even if we had to pay several $100s for that extended warranty, we would do so.
Yeah, we had talked about that a little earlier, Spencer, but anyway, that's a good point to bring up. Thank you. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
This just kind of came to my mind, but extended warranties for the important parts like plumbing, water leaks that absolutely destroy a house, leaks around the countertops, stuff like that, that probably are no fault to the person living there or the community owner. It comes directly from the factory, where this countertop gets ruined. We got a 1 year warranty, and it just wasn't caulked properly. So, you know, I'd really like something like that from you guys, just as a manufacturing type of warranty.
I think that in theory, it sounds really good. Okay? But in all honesty, what you run into with this extended warranty is that one tenant moves out and another tenant moves in. It's hard to determine where that damage was, where it occurred. Is it a manufacturer issue or not? And I mean, Legacy's really working it. I mean, we're trying, as I just stated, we're interested in doing it. We do so much community business, but there's a lot of details that have to be worked out, and Spencer, we'll work with your group to continue to do it. But there's a lot of oh yeah in that, and if you think about it, you can understand it. We do give all the guys up here, I'm sure, give you a 1 year warranty. In that first year, any structural damage that should occur during that period of time. But when you begin to extend it out, you have different people moving in and moving out, you know what can happen. And so it's a tough thing. It becomes more of an insurance policy than it does a warranty problem for the manufacturer. And you know, you just got to be honest and call it what it is. It's the same thing when you buy an extended warranty on a car. You know, it's an insurance policy, and that's where you kind of move into.
Yes, sir, over there, question?
During the 1 year, question came up during break. During the 1 year, if you do have to get work done to the trailer, who does it? Do you send someone out to the factory, or who's doing the work?
There's multiple.
Would you repeat the question?
Repeat the question.
He was asking if there's warranty work needed on the home, who actually performs that service, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, that can look different for any account. I mean, we're always prepared to send a team out to get the work done, but some of our customers prefer to do the work and bill us back. You know, we can set that up based on what your needs are.
We have a service team, service coordinators, and service techs that do a lot of our work, but we have used outside contractors in your local area before. And with like them, you know, we'll give you a PO, you go fix it yourself, and we'll reimburse you. So there's several different scenarios depending on where everybody's located. Because, you know, we want to try to get it fixed in a timely manner, figure that out. So.
Yeah, the Clayton or Short Rockville, that the build back program works really good. You know, you send your contractor out and you just bill us back. Or if it's something, you know, really major, you know, we'll send a crew down and take care of it.
All right, yes ma'am, question?
This may go outside the scope of this panel, but back to the extended warranty, just one more comment. Is there a way that as community owners, we could possibly use the services of a third-party extended warranty company? Stick-built homes have that all the time, where, you know, it's sold to another person and for $400 or whatever, you can get the extended warranty. Could we do that with manufactured homes?
Are those out
So,
there? Are those services out there? They're out
instead of a third-party company, but can we do that with?
That
It was offered as a solution, throw it into the cost of the home, and it's more of a maintenance-free home for them. That passed the first year.
Well, that may be out there, I'm not aware of it. Oh, okay, we have an answer over here?
Yeah. Or a partial answer.
Maybe.
210 warranty, and I'm not associated with them, does a lot of residential stuff. They are offering it on manufactured homes now. I understand Americans also doing it, so you can deal with them as an individual. You don't even have to deal with them through a realtor. So just contact them, and they will get somebody to do it. They're about $400 a year.
Repeat the two companies?
210, 2-10, and American is the other one that I think is doing it. 210 is definitely doing it.
One thought on the extended warranty work, I've done a lot of master leases, and a number of times homeowners have had extended warranty included with American, and they're a pain to deal with because they send out, you know, example, like heat and air guy, we had a problem with heater, and over the course of 2 weeks, we had 4 different companies, 4 different people come out trying to fix the problem, and I had told people in the house, and I couldn't use my contractor to come out and do this, who, you know, nothing knows his work. So having an extended warranty sounds great on paper, but the people who come out are suspect.
All right, any other comments? Yes, sir?
One last comment. My background's from commercial contracting, and quite often we'll do an 11-month walkthrough, and I'm going to propose that the homeowners that buy these hire somebody to do an 11-month walkthrough, put the manufacturers on notice before that 12 months runs out.
Great idea.
Good idea. All right, any other comments before we close this session? Just want to show our appreciation to the manufacturers bringing these homes and setting them out back for us to look at them. So make sure you get out there and go through these homes and have an opportunity to go one-on-one with these guys and ask anything you want to ask. So don't forget to vote. The voting is about ready to expire here, so for this session. And David, you're going to start another session now. You're going to pick with the sponsors. Thank you very much, guys.
As Steve said earlier, this current session has 2 separate parts where we're acknowledging the contributions of the manufacturers that have been here and some of our sponsors, and then we'll get to the vendors in just a minute. We have 2 types of sponsors. We have gold sponsors and silver sponsors. And we're going to take a minute here to talk about the gold sponsors. The 4 companies that were just up here on the stage, all 4 of those people, those companies are gold sponsors for us.
So you've heard them talk about their homes. Obviously, this warranty issue affects a lot of people and is on anyone's mind, so hopefully they've heard that. But we have 3 other gold sponsors that we're just going to allow them a couple minutes to talk about their services. One of them is Orange Cat Productions, and we're looking for Bob Stovall. Are you in the building? All right, well, he's not here right now, but maybe he'll show up in a couple minutes. And then we have RHP Properties and Red Manager, who are, these 3 companies are our additional gold sponsors. So come on up, guys, and we're going to give them 3 or 4 minutes each to talk about their services, and they'll tell you about it. You can sit down up there if you want, both of you. And it looks like there's a microphone for each of you. So we're going to give them a couple minutes to talk about their services. And here comes Bob, our 3rd gold sponsor that hasn't yet spoken. And after they give a little review of what they do, then we're going to do the same question and answer related to their specific services. Now, once that's over, we're just going to have the vendors filter through and reintroduce themselves and tell you where they are outside so that you know what these services are and who you should go visit. You can make some notes as to which companies are most important for you. So you want to just start at this end and we'll go from there?
My name is Robert Gross. I work in acquisitions for RHP Properties. We're out of Farmington Hills, Michigan. RHP is the largest manufactured housing owner that's privately held, so not some, not MLS. We are currently in 23 states, and we own and operate over 224 communities. We're in a pattern right now where we're acquiring quickly and fast. We're looking for good, solid communities. There's nothing too big, there's nothing too small. We'll look at anything. Some of you in the room might know Josh Arnell. He's the Vice President of Acquisition. He comes to a lot of these things. This is a great opportunity for me to introduce myself. I'm working with Josh, and I look forward to meeting all of you. Please introduce yourself if I don't speak with you. I know we're hosting the event tonight, so I look forward to meeting all of you and speaking with all of you and building a great relationship. Thanks for having us. Seaco's great. And we look forward to participating with you guys in the future, so thank you.
Hi, my name is John Himmelgarn. I'm a sales representative, Red Manager for 10 years now. It's actually a software that's been in this industry for over 30 years. And real quick, by show of hands, how many people here already use Rent Manager? All right, so there's quite a few users, so I have a lot of testimonials available for you right here. And that basically reinforces another fact that Rent Manager is the most commonly used software in this industry. Over a third of all parks in the country use Rent Manager, which is a software for pretty much all your financials, your service issues, your CRM system, and so much more. So if you get a chance, please stop by and grab a card or say hi. I do want to reiterate what he said here, and thank Seco for the invite. Really enjoying the show, and I hope everyone is as well.
I'm Bob Stovall of Orange Cat Productions. I've been doing web development and online marketing for the past 20 years. I've been serving manufactured housing communities for probably the last 10, be my guess. I also do the part of the website that you use to register. The registration part is mine, so if you had any problems with the registration, I'm the person that you should be yelling at. What I wanted to say here is that we've noticed that there's a lot of changes in community ownership. There's also a lot of, as you know, a lot of changes in the people that are buying homes or renting homes in your community. And the ways to reach them is very different. Millennials are a whole different breed from people that are older than that. They use different methods of finding things. They search on different search engines and on different social media platforms. So it pays to know all of them, because the more tools you can put to work in your marketing, the better off you are. Well, I guess that's pretty much it. If you have any questions about any of this online marketing stuff that we don't cover here before we end this panel, I'll be here today and tomorrow, so just feel free to walk up to me and ask any questions that you might have.
All right, if you have a question, raise your hand, and we'll get you a microphone. There's somebody on either side. But where are you guys? Do you all have booths out there, and where are they located?
I personally don't have a booth here tonight, but well, I'll be walking around.
He's a handsome guy. You can track him down and find him.
We do have a booth as you come in from the bar. We're the first one on the left down the steps.
Okay, and I have a table right behind this row right here, back where Chuck is standing, so.
Any questions? Well, I'll ask him a few if we don't have any from the audience right now. I'll ask the first internet question then, or so. First of all, thank you for helping our SECO committee stay current. But I know there's a transition to more mobile access, searching websites and things like that. What have you had to do to help community members stay up to date on that type of area?
Okay, a really important change that's taking place in the next couple of months is that Google has figured out that more than half of their searches right now are on mobile devices. So they're changing their software from a desktop first algorithm to a mobile first algorithm. That's going to be a big change. What it means is that if your website is not mobile ready, and if it can't pass the mobile ready test at Google, it's going to be a problem. You're not going to have as good a ranking as you had before. You're going to lose some of your mojo. The second part of that is in the new algorithm, because they're going mobile first, a lot of times people used to design websites, they make a lightened version for their mobile side because it took up less space and it will load faster. Well, if you do that now, any of that keyword indexing that you had in the parts that were taken out will no longer be indexed. So it's just a smart move now to start thinking about your mobile presence, because that's where all the sales are made. I think in the real estate market, something like 78% of first contact with a property is on mobile devices.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to definitely reinforce, because we're seeing that a lot with our customers, is a lot more mobile requests, and rent managers basically been following that as well. As far as your tenants, they may not all have computers, but they definitely all have phones. So there's an interface for all the tenants that pull up their balances and see what they owe you and make a payment through that. You can also push notifications through phones, through texting options, so you can do text blasts to all of your customers about emergencies in the park and whatnot, as well as the marketing as well, that you can push out right from the system. So I definitely agree that everything's moving in that direction.
Question? Since we're low on questions, I'd like a couple of gentlemen that are listed here to grab a microphone. Darren, Larry, and Chris, if you're in the audience, raise your hand and you can get a microphone. Go quickly. I want you to introduce yourselves. Darren's right there. Anybody over there? There's Larry Matthews over there. A question or comment related to the larger operators like RHP. A lot of the small communities, we've learned a lot about the industry from our larger competitors or larger friends. And so seek out some of these larger people that are involved in the larger communities, because they generally have good systems. They know what they're doing, and they can offer a lot of assistance and help. And you just might get to know them, and they might want to buy your community along the way if you decide to sell out. And so they're very, very good people to know. Now, Darren, if you want to step up, stand up real quickly and just give a little recap of Mobile Home Village and the difference between Data Comp and Mobile Home Village. This is Dale right over here.
Sure, thank you. So, MH Village is a little website that some of you may be familiar with. We get over 20 million unique visitors annually to our site, and every year we deliver over 1.2 million sales leads to our advertisers. We had approximately $2.5 billion worth of homes sold or rented through MH Village in 2015 alone. So we're the industry's #1 website, and we have over 37,000 communities currently on our website. At any given time, we have over 30,000 listings and sell approximately 70,000 homes annually through our site. So of course we monitor the search and the internet activity very closely of what's happening for searches related to our industry. And as was said, by by Bob. The mobile really is where it's all at right now, and that's a real exciting shift that we've seen, and it's having a tremendous impact on websites for our industry. And then Datacom, of course, is a nationwide appraisal company for manufactured housing. We have several products to help comply with the appraisal rules that went into effect recently for new home transactions in our industry, as well as our existing pre-owned appraisals. We use a market-based approach, and then we also are a market data provider. We track rent and occupancy and other metrics for over 102 markets nationwide. So if you're trying to benchmark your portfolios, or you're evaluating acquisition opportunities and you're trying to get a sense for what the market is, for your ability to have rent appreciation, fill your communities, or determine what type of product you should bring in and what type of fill you would have for expansion sites. Those are all questions that we can help you answer.
Thank you. And I would mention on this appraisal issue, over the next couple of days, we're going to begin to speak about how lending is coming back to the individual resident. Whereas a community owner, we don't need to do all the financing for these residents that need affordable housing. And their appraisal on a brand new home is a very important part of this process now, where as you approve the person, there has to be an appraisal on the new home, and their services is good for that. So thank you. Yes, Spencer.
Well, your mic a second? Sure.
As you all may know, surely you do know, from all the flyers that we've been sending out, we actually had some activities yesterday. We called it pre-CECO, but Ken Corbin spent a couple hours talking about sales training, and of course we had the Legacy Homes plant tour. They left here about noon and came back about 5. So we're constantly thinking of things that we want to do in CECO that community owners are interested in. And not to particularly promote one of these fellows up here, but one of the things that we thought about, since so many of us use Rent Manager, we've toyed with the idea of having Rent Manager put on a program as part of this pre-CECO on the Tuesday before CECO actually starts. And what we kicked around is possibly 2 different segments. One of them would be a basic Rent Manager, which just talks about Rent Manager as a program that caters specifically to manufactured housing. And then the second one would be an advanced class. And as y'all may know, Rent Manager does an awful lot of stuff that some of us who have used it for years are not even taking advantage of now. So what I appreciate is a show of hands of those people who would be interested in sessions like that on the Tuesday before CECO, where you would have a basic session and then you would have an advanced session. Okay, good, thank you.
We're already planning next year. All right, next, Larry Matthews is standing in the back. To my left is the president of American Commerce Bank. And you want to just talk about your bank for a moment?
Thank you, David. I'm always excited to talk about the bank. We entered this industry, decided to do financing in this industry about 3 years ago. And it's been an industry that's been very good to us. We like the business that we put on the books. We've done all pad rental communities. We've done all rental communities. We're doing some end-user financing, and we're always looking for new ways to serve the industry. Folks at CECO have been very supportive of us, and we appreciate that. We've got a table set up right outside the door to your left back here. I'm going to introduce Andrew Bates, who is the Civil War reenactment guy right here. And so he'll be around all day. We'll have some other people coming in, some people serving on the panels. I'll just mention about Darren. We've actually used his service and his company to help us in making credit decisions and tracking the industry. So we found him to be a big help to us also. So we'll be around. If you got any questions or if you need any money, Andrew's the guy to see. He's got a suitcase of it. And if you want to buy a home or something today, certainly see Andrew. Thank you, David.
Sure, Larry, thank you. And Chris has come up to the front. He's with Yale Realty and Capital. Chris San Jose, he has a partner with him in another division, so you can talk about your company.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Chris San Jose, Yale Realty and Capital Advisors. I represent the capital side of our company, which arranges financing for mobile home parks, RV parks. We also do a little self-storage and multifamily. We work on a nationwide basis, but we're based out of Florida. Represent every program available to our industry from a community financing standpoint, and that starts down with local banks and credit unions in certain parts of the country. Conduit loans, which are your mortgage-backed securities that are your non-recourse money, 10-year term, 30-year amortizations, and that's going to be for loans of $1.5 million or higher. And then life insurance companies, which will be for your lower leverage, higher quality deals and most competitive rates, and all the way up to who's been the most aggressive lender in the mobile home park space this year, which is Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, or the agencies collectively. I would say that the biggest change and aspect of financing that's evolved in our industry is that the agencies are now playing a more active role in communities that they might have not even quoted just a few years ago. We're getting all single wide parks done, higher density parks that might not have off-street parking, which was a firm requirement of theirs a few years ago. Park-owned homes, we've done deals with up to 40% park-owned homes with the agencies and had them get comfortable, lower occupancies. So the days of Fannie Mae cherry picking, only 5-star, only double-wide communities with sidewalks and full amenities packages and reducing their amortization just to get a family park done, those days are over. Any deal above $1 million to $1.5 million, we're taking to the agencies and having fairly good success and getting them interested and continuing to educate them. And that stems from, one, our industry has continued to grow and evolve since 2008 in terms of the financing landscape. But ever since Freddie Mac entered the space in the agency world, it's created competition, and competition is good for any portion of our industry. So the other half of our company, led by James Cook, who's over there, is brokerage side. We're primarily a Florida-based shop on the brokerage side, but we are opening divisions in other regions of the country. We also occasionally work on some transactions outside of the state of Florida. So look forward to meeting anyone that might need some of our services.
James, do you want to stand up again and identify yourself? Okay. Thank you. All right, we went through the introductions earlier where everyone stood up, but we're going to give our vendors one more time to just parade in front of you here so you can see them. You might not have been able to see them as easily as we pass the mic around. So they're going to just review their company in about 30 seconds and maybe where their booth is located, and they're all going to encourage you to stop by and say hello to them in the next couple of days. Just come on up here and pass the mic around.
Hey everybody, my name is Harrison Shaw with ABT Water Management. What we do is we offer fully automated water meter systems, utility billing, and maintenance reporting as well. And what we do is we work to eliminate that water bill. And in every case, we do generate a new revenue stream, so you guys can get that big utility expense down or possibly eliminated. And I did want to mention, I saw there was a good show of hands for people that do use Rent Manager. And we are fully integrated with Rent Manager. If you use our service and our web service and our automated service, we can integrate directly with that. So figured I'd let you guys know that as well. But we're located dead smack in the middle, and there's 4 of us. We're hard to miss. I got red pants.
Thank you. Oh, okay. I have a suggestion. Come stand right in the middle instead of over here. Do you mind?
Oh, sure.
Just sort of in front of the stage.
Great.
Well, I think this cord's going to be long enough.
There we go. Hi, everybody. I don't have red pants. My name's Daryl Boyd. I'm with Tri Financial. If you guys don't know us, Tri is the oldest indirect finance source for manufactured housing in the country. We've always been known as doing A and B credits. We have a program now where we're doing loans for community origination, where we're buying credits under 680. And if you've got any interest in that, please see us. We're over here right outside the door. We do business with most of the largest real estate investment trusts and privately held community groups with this program. It's certainly something that's really grown for us. And if there's some interest there, please stop by and see us. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Mary Beth Manelli, and I'm also from Triad. I'm from their insurance division, and we have developed programs for communities and their residents. We've developed insurance programs for homeowners, for tenants only, for inventory, and we work with tenants with all of their insurance questions, and I'm also over with Darryl, so if I can help you in any way while we're here, that would be awesome. Thank you very much.
Hi there, my name is Bill Burnside, and I'm the founder of Roof Wrap. We're a nationwide supplier of mobile home roofing systems. And of particular interest to park owners is the fact that we see a lot of interest in our materials being applied over your rentals. The key to our system, which are EPDM rubber roofs, such as this material here, only in a larger package you look at, of course, is that it's a seamless piece that goes right over the existing roof. Oftentimes it's self-installed by the handyman or contractor person that's on the site, thus saving installation costs. I think you'll find that the kit cost is really reasonable. We ship from several locations in the southeast, and materials come in white, which is more popular in this area, as well as black too. Our room is located in the man cave, which you've probably never seen, but you go toward the bathroom and just keep going straight and we'll go into our area. Stop by and we'll talk about our product. Thank you.
Hi, thank you. My name is Kevin Grail. I'm president of Grail Management Group. We're a management company managing mobile home and manufacturing communities in Florida and in Georgia, and we're really pleased to be here. There are two ways that I think we can help. We've met so many people throughout the years that have built with love their manufactured home community, and they've worked it and they've passed it down, and now maybe those people love their community, but they don't want to sell their community. They want to keep their community, they want to keep that cash flow. So they don't have to sell. They could hire our community to keep that going for them and take that day-to-day stress of management off of them, but still keep the community they love. Another thing we can do is if you are ready to sell your community, maybe you have a great buyer, but that buyer doesn't necessarily know how to manage. So that buyer and you could refer them to us. They can have a great investment and still not have to be as knowledgeable as most of the people in this room are. Thank you very much.
Sir. I feel like a rock star up here with this mic. My name is Maxwell Baker. I'm with the Mobile Home Park Broker. We have a booth in the back with a neon green MHP. We specialize in Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, North and South Carolina. We've done probably about $50 million in transactions within the last 24 months. We can also help, a little bit different about us compared to some of our competitors here is we provide sales comps, so when we get under contract, you get the appraisal, we're able to provide the data to make sure that the appraisal comes in right the first time. That's been a lot of struggles, that a lot of people struggle to have that type of information to get the appraisal come in right. So we help with that. We've also got the rent comps. We can help you with rent comps and kind of tell you whether or not you're below or above market, kind of what the occupancy levels are at. So that's a little bit about what we do. We also help a little bit with financing. If you need financing, we do refer brokers and lenders, like obviously American Commerce Bank is one of our preferred vendors that we try to send a lot of business to. But yeah, so come see us. We've got, like I said, new deals coming online every week, so whatever we can do to add value. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Haley Owens, and I'm actually from Renter Text, and our booth is over there in front of the fitness center, or they're close to it, really. And what we do is that we actually help to fill vacancies for mobile home parks, apartment complexes, other multifamily properties. we can handle that for you. And what we do is we're 100% online. We actually pull people out of cyberspace and we pre-qualify them over the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And what we do is we connect these people directly to the property manager. And as long as they're doing what they need to do, we can actually get them pre-qualified in 60 seconds, get them over to you, and get your homes filled as quickly as possible. So we take advantage of the now, is what we do. So if you have any questions, feel free to come over and just take a look and see what we have to offer. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Mike Townsend, and I'm with Wright Collin Financial, and we're located right across in the, I guess back towards the restrooms, there's a little room back there. Wright Collin exists to allow business owners to be able to step out of the day-to-day financial minutia that comes along with running a business. Too often business owners end up having to wear every single hat in the organization, most of which they never wanted to wear in the first place. So what we do is we provide a full range of bookkeeping services, bill pay services, payroll, financial reporting, financial statement preparation, get you ready for year-end for tax preparation and all that stuff. So essentially what we're doing is we're providing a full internal accounting department, but at a fraction of the cost. And so we allow you to get back to doing what you want to do, which is run your business and give you back more time. But again, we're right across the hall, so feel free to stop by and ask any questions. Thanks.
Streamline your business, make your life easier without having to hire a bunch of people on your own. So please visit all these people. I will also say a lot of them are going to be on panels through this afternoon and tomorrow, so you'll be able to, if you don't see them one-on-one, you'll have an opportunity to ask them questions when they're up on their own panels.
All set?
Good.
Hello, I'm Ann Stewart. I'm with Hunt Mortgage Group. Hunt is a direct nationwide lender. I am based in Tampa. We finance all types of commercial real estate, including mobile home parks, manufactured housing communities. Our programs are Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, HUD, FHA, as well as we have our own proprietary programs, Bridge and Permanent. As Chris, I listened to Chris speak earlier, it is much easier to get a lot of parks through. They aren't looking for 5-star. We can get 3-star parks through. Minimum loan size, $750,000. Fannie Mae has a great small balance program with competitive pricing, long-term fixed rate, non-recourse. Same with Freddie, and they have some great programs. My booth is, or my table is in the back near the restrooms. If you have any deals that you'd like to discuss, come and let's talk about it. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lisa Freeman. We're in Tech Industries doing business with Harbor Floor Products, located in Dalton, Georgia. We manufacture flooring that is specifically tailored for manufactured homes. We manufacture our own carpet. We buy and resell wide width vinyl that is loose lay in nature. We also offer luxury vinyl tile. We service OEMs as well as aftermarket. We're glad to be here. Our table is here. We're on this end of the tables that face the front door. So we're glad to be here again. Stop by and see us. We'll be happy to help you. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Candace Sewell. I'm with 21st Mortgage Corporation. We are a manufactured home lender based out of Knoxville, Tennessee. We are the largest manufactured home lender on homes, not the community dirt, but we're the largest manufactured home lender on homes annually by volume. We did $1 billion in manufactured home loans last year. We're on pace to exceed that by 15 to 20% this year, and we have even more ambitious goals for next year. So how we can help you all is to help fill vacant sites. We have specialized community programs that will enable you to fill vacant sites with new home inventory. We can help provide the capital for that. So help with the funds to bring in new homes to fill those sites. You can use that for a consumer purchase or to turn those homes into rental homes. We also offer consumer financing for new homes, those new homes that you bring in, for used homes, park-owned homes that you have currently. If you have consumers in lease-to-purchase homes that you'd like to get off your books and flip into a consumer purchase, we can do that. And then we also provide the operator a loan for those rental homes, so you don't have to carry that on your books as well. So please come see us. There's two of us here today. Ryan Howard is the other 21st Mortgage employee here. We are back in the back row of tables in booth 7, so please stop by and say hi. Thanks.
Hello everyone, my name is John Rogers. I represent StylePress. StylePress is a manufacturing and a distribution company of mobile home products. We manufacture vinyl siding, skirting, and fiberglass steps, but a full range of distribution of other products, anywhere from HVA, doors, windows, setup materials, anything you may need for your communities and your mobile home park, we can supply you with. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I guess I'll be quick because I know you guys go want to get to lunch. My name's Adam Peterson. I'm with HAS Capital. We too are a provider of capital for MH homes. We will finance your leased homes. We will buy your portfolios of loans you got on your books, and we'll also do consumer lending. In addition to that, we also will help you bring new inventory into your communities. So we're at table 15. I'm at table 15, actually right across from 21st. So if you're looking for chattel financing, you can see them and then come see me. Thanks very much.
Good afternoon. I'm Tommy Tootin. Represent Tri-State Distributors out of Royston, Georgia. We sell mobile home supplies to you park owners. I know you need skirting. We've got Paraform skirting, HVAC products, heating and air, heat pumps. We also sell gas products as well. We distribute out of Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, Alabama. We're at table number 11. Come by. I'll give you a catalog and get you set up. Have a good day. Sorry about that.
Hi, I'm Amy Laviana, and I'm with Heritage Distributing, and I specialize in wide-width carpet, 15.7 and 15.4 wide, to help you reduce your cost on having to do that same work from Home Depot or Lowe's. So come over there and see me. We're at Calhoun, Georgia, and I can pretty much ship everybody in this location, anywhere from Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi. You can call me by lunchtime, and I'll have your order out the same day, and you'll have it the very next day. It's like having a warehouse in the backyard. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Kevin Hanger with Capstone Manufactured Housing. We sell mobile home parks all over the East Coast and the Southeast and Florida. I say what differentiates us is the fact that we have 7 offices in 5 states. We have a true geographic, we cover the geography well. Another thing is we have an apartment arm that enables us to get deals in front of a lot of apartment owners that are tired of seeing compressed apartment cap rates. And we also have a land division, so that enables us to help identify whether it's best to sell as a mobile home park or an RV park or a land deal, so we can help you in all those areas. We launched multiple deals this week, and come by and see us at table number 6.
Hey, I'm Bobby Hathaway. I'm with Blevins Supplies. We are the nation's largest and most comprehensive mobile home supply dealer. We cover 35 states with 14 distribution points, from New Mexico to Maine, from Michigan to Miami. We offer local delivery. We have the most tenured sales staff in the industry. I'm myself been with Blevins for 22 years. We also offer installation services for you guys. So we can bring it to you, we can install it. We have everything from the top to the bottom of a manufactured home, mobile home, inside and out. So just give us a call, we'll be glad to help you out. Come by with booth 19 and see us. Thank you.
My name is Ian. I'm the owner of Premier Waste Group. We are a national trash recycling management company. Everybody has trash. We do things a little bit differently. One, guaranteed price savings program. 2, we'll never actually put you guys in a contract with a trash hauler. You'll always be free to switch at any time to anyone, which is a great benefit to you guys. We'll also buy you out of any current contract that you're in in order to help save you guys money, so we're not having to wait 2 years to start your guys' in savings program. We also offer a very good, superior customer service center where it's actually talking to our individual staff. We got 3 wonderful girls and myself in the office every day. They never call into a big call center in another state or to another broker that doesn't know anything about the trash industry. I'm excited to talk to you. We are in the man cave in the back. Have a great conference.
I may be the last one, so you can all go to lunch. Two more. My name is Judy Lavelle. I'm with Signs and More, and the name pretty well explains what we do. We are designers and manufacturers and installers of the signage that your parks currently have. Regrettably, we probably didn't install it. So we're here to make our presence known in the likelihood that you're going to have to replace your signage. It may be a function of the elements going to work and causing you to deteriorate. It may be that you want to freshen up your park. It may be that you're capturing a new identity. Ironically enough, I'm over in the corner, so I can begin to develop an intimate relationship with you guys. And our service area is about 11 states. We're here in metropolitan Atlanta, and I would be delighted to strike up an acquaintance with you and see if we can do some business. Thank you.
I'm Jay Zandman. I'm with the Manning and Nozick Insurance Agency. We're an independent agency, so we have access to a number of carriers that specialize in coverage for this niche market. I've owned my park for over 30 years, and I got into this business primarily so I could help others lower their cost of insurance. I know many of my clients are here this morning, and hopefully we can make some more of you clients later on today and tomorrow. We're in booth 25, which is not in the general area. You go outside, walk 2 miles, and that's where you'll find us. That's actually right across the atrium in a separate room. That's for your benefit.
Hi there, I'm Jackie Schroeder. I'm with Apex Billing Solutions, and we are a comprehensive utility management provider to the communities. So our programs include everything from water billing, sub-metering, collections, procurement of energy in the deregulated states, utility bill audits, payments to your utility vendors, and leak detection. So utilities being typically the number 2 or number 3 highest line item expense for the communities can be a very real issue, and we like to help you boost your recovery. Thank you so much.
All right, how about a round of applause for our vendors and sponsors. We thought it was valuable for you to really hear what each of these companies provides, because every little thing you can do to make your community operate more efficiently in a more costly manner just goes right to the bottom line, and it also helps the residents. So please take some time to visit these folks, and we have special thanks to the manufacturers and the gold sponsors here, so thank you. Now, I'm turning this, yes, it's time to do our feedback voting, and then I want to have Steve just come up and say 5 words and release us, because I don't know what's happening next.
Okay.
Okay, as David said, if you'll vote, we put this 15 minutes before the end and 15 minutes after to vote on this session. But also what we'd like you to do after that is give us feedback through that same system. What's still fresh in your minds, what we could have done better in this session, what we can add next year. Maybe if you know some vendors that specialize in things that aren't here, make some suggestions and we'll try to reach out and touch them. Okay, next thing we got is eating. Is anybody hungry? Okay. Well, if the food was anything like it was last year, you're going to be pleasantly surprised and pleased, because it was wonderful. I'm expecting the same thing. It's going to be served outside where all the homes are, so it gives you a chance to walk around, just make sure you don't spill stuff in their new homes, but I'm sure they can clean it up if you do. But anyway, we're going to be outside. George is going to give his industry presentation over the loudspeaker.
We'll make sure it's loud enough so everybody can hear. And then about an hour and a half, we're going to take for lunch, meet with the vendors, and then we'll get started right back up at 2 o'clock. Spencer, do you have anything else?
Just comment on what that session is.
Okay, sure. I'll let him go ahead. That's the least.
Okay, so that session at 2 o'clock is the one where we're talking about the financing associated with the houses. So the folks who are going to be talking with us, any community owners who are looking to buy houses and turn around and either rent or sell in lease option is what that session is all about.
There's a F-150 parked in the tollway zone out front with Kentucky Place in those two days.
Okay, we're going to, one thing to be prepared, that next session, I want to add, is going to be some creative ideas thought of, and that's what it's all about. Is people doing other than non-traditional financing, so we want to get into that. Enjoy your lunch, we'll see you back at 2. Remember, when the bell rings, we're going to start.